Welcome back to UK Knowledge Guru. In today's video, we will learn how to apply seasonal worker visa, which is also known as temporary worker visa. In this video, we will understand the eligibility, the requirement, how to apply, which website you can find the jobs, and how much it costs. So what is this visa? You can apply for a seasonal worker visa to come to the UK and work in horticulture for up to 6 months. For example, picking fruits, vegetables, or flowers. You can also work for poultry farms from 2nd of October to 31st of December in the same year. You need to apply poultry seasonal worker visa by 15th November of each year. This is a temporary worker visa, but it's very helpful for people who wanted to visit UK and wanted to earn some money as well. You can apply for horticultural seasonal worker visa at any time of the year. You need to have a sponsor. You need to meet the eligibility requirements, and this visa is also replaced by the temporary worker, seasonal worker tier 5 visa. So now the new name is seasonal worker visa. Now let's see how to find the sponsors for this visa. Go on www.gov.uk website, right in the search section, sponsor license, click enter, and it will take you to the page UK visa sponsorship for employers. On that page, click on your license rating, and under this page go down and you will see this register of sponsors. Click on this page. It will give you the option for online. If you click online, it will give you the list, but this list is limited. But if we go back and click download CSV file, it will download the Excel file for you, and if you open that Excel file, you will get this list. Once you've opened that file, it says 24th of June 2024. This is the date. Every week this get list updated. So these are the organization's name, the city, this column, the country, this is rating, and this is where you have the skilled worker visa. So if I go down and drop the menu, and over here if I go down and select seasonal worker, now this is the list of all the seasonal workers who have the sponsor license. So these companies can hire people. Agri HR Limited, that second one, Fruitful, that fourth. So these companies can give you the sponsor license, certificate of sponsorship, which we will discuss in further in video. So if you need this list, you can click on the description in my video, and that will give you the list as well. Now let's go further and understand the eligibility requirement for this visa. You must be over 18 or over 18, that's mandatory. And when you apply and have both of the following, you must have a certificate of sponsorship reference number, which we just discussed, from where you will get that from the approved UK sponsors. Do not trust on anyone who is not from the UK. Enough money to support yourself. You must have at least £1,270 available in your bank account. This will be exempt if your sponsor put yes on your maintenance section of your certificate of sponsorship. Your employer must make sure your job pays at least the minimum wage. The current minimum wage of the UK currently is, if you are over 21 and over, is £11.44. If you are 18 and 20, it's £8.6. Under 18 is £6.40. So you will basically lie under 18 and over, so £8.60 or £11.44. This is the current. Where I am getting these figures from? So again, gov.uk. This is the only genuine website. You go on that website, national minimum wage and national living rate. On this website, it tells you the current rate. If anyone offering you less than this, do not accept, because that's not right. If they are offering too much, maybe they are a scammer. So be careful as well. Okay, this is the link as well. I'll put these links in the description as well. Now let's understand the certificate of sponsorship. A certificate of sponsorship is a reference number which holds information about the job and your personal details. It's not an actual certificate or paper documents, but they will issue you the certificate of sponsorship, a letter, which will be printed out from the SMS system which the sponsor use, and that way you will, when you will applying for the job, you will put that number and it will come up with this. Your sponsor will give you your certificate of sponsorship reference number. You need to add your certificate of sponsor reference number to your visa application form. Further on in this video, we will discuss how to fill the application form as well. Now let's discuss money to support yourself. You must have £1,270 in your bank account for 28 days to show support. You will need to have had this money available at least 28 days in a row. Day 28 must be within 31 days of applying for this visa. So you cannot have like a 2 months, 3 months old statement. It has to be within a month. You'll usually need to show the proof of this when you apply. Unless your sponsor can cover your cost during this first month in the UK up to 1,270, like I discussed in your certificate of sponsorship. If the sponsor put Y in maintenance, then you don't need this. If your sponsor can support you instead, your certificate of sponsorship must confirm this. Your sponsor will need to complete the sponsor's certified maintenance section on your certificate. This is under additional data. Now let's discuss what documents you need. Your certificate of sponsorship reference number, a valid passport, evidence that you have enough money in your bank account. You need a blank page of your passport as well. You must also provide a certificate of translation if any documents are not in English. For this visa, you do not need to prove any English documents, any like IELTS or any English documents you need. Like other skilled worker visa, you need to provide English, proof of English. In this, you don't need to. Now let's see how to apply this visa. You must apply online for this visa. As part of your application, you'll need to prove your identity. How you do this depend on where you are from and what type of passport you have. So for example, if you are in Afghanistan, you might need to travel to another country to do the biometrics. But if you are in Pakistan, India, you can do biometric in your own country. You must have to give your fingerprints and photograph at visa application center. The immigration ID check app scan this is also a new latest technology that you can use. You can download the app and you can do the ID check, but it's not valid for every country. Usually you have to go to the visa application center to do that. Now let's see how to apply online. So you go on www.gov.uk website. Like I said, this is the only genuine website. Over here in the search section, just write seasonal worker, click enter, and it will give you the whole list. So sponsor a seasonal worker, or you have like whole list of it. So I wanted to apply sponsor seasonal worker visa, so I'll click over here, seasonal worker temporary worker visa. Now I'll click on this. It will take me to this page, seasonal worker visa temporary work, and you have the option apply. I'll click on that apply. It will give me apply online option. I'll click on that option. It will ask me where are you planning to live, England, Scotland. So which place? So we select England, Scotland just now. Do you have current EU passport? No. Do you select country you are providing biometrics? For example, I'll put India over here. Now it's asking me I have identified the location. So obviously if it's giving you the option, if you have identified the location where you will do the biometric. In some countries, for example, I said about Afghanistan, you have to go outside Afghanistan to do the biometric. So I want to choose a different location. So I have chosen India over here. Now it's giving me before you start all these description, apply now. Click on this page, apply now. It will ask me to register an email. I'll register an email. It will send me the temporary password on my email address and I'll create a new email. After that, the application form will come up where I'll put all my details, then documents, which I will upload the documents. For example, my passport, my documents of the country or whatever experience I have, declaration, pay, further actions. In further actions, you will select your biometric. That's how simple it is to apply online. Now let's see if you need an appointment. So if you need an appointment, in that case, the center may need to keep your passport and documents while they process your application. Many applicants do get confused about this, that they're not providing the like they don't want to provide the passport because they wanted to travel somewhere else or wanted to apply another visa for another country. But for this visa, you need to give your passport for. You may also have to travel to get your nearest visa application, like we discussed. You may also need to pay to get faster decision. For example, the deadline for your job is 15th of November. You must apply well ahead if you want it before. The application fees for this is £298. It's very low fees compared to other visas like skilled worker visa or any other visa. For this one is 298 fees. Can you extend this visa? No, you cannot extend this visa. How long it takes? You can apply for up to 3 months before the day you are due to start work in the UK. This date is listed on your certificate of sponsorship. Getting a decision once you have applied online. proved your identity and provided your documents, you will usually get a decision within 3 weeks. Sometimes it do take longer time. How long you can stay on this visa? You can stay in the UK for up to 6 months for horticulture work. From 2nd October to 31st of December, each period for pottery work. You can enter the UK as soon your visa is valid. Up to 14 days before the start date of your job. If you try to come to UK before that, the home office team won't let you they won't allow you at the border force. So up to 14 days before the work start, that's mandatory. Do remember that point in your brain, guys. Now let's discuss what you can do and what you cannot do on this visa. So you can work in the job described in your certificate of sponsorship, which is seasonal worker. You can also study, but for study you can do some courses, and if you go on academic technology approval scheme certificate on gov.uk, it will give you the complete guidance which courses you can do on this visa. Now let's see what you cannot do. You cannot do permanent job. Many people think that they will come to UK, they will apply for permanent job and they will switch. No, you cannot switch this visa. You have to go back and then you have to come back on skilled worker visa. Work in a second job. You cannot do 2 jobs at the same time. Your employer won't give you the second job as well. So you need to make sure that you will do only 1 job, or a job that isn't described in your certificate of sponsorship. For example, you got the certificate of sponsorship for seasonal worker and you coming to UK and working in a shop, in a grocery shop. It's not allowed. You cannot get public funds as well on this visa. You cannot bring your family with you on this visa.